All right, guys, welcome back. So we decided that once a week or every other episode or something, we're gonna do a fun episode, and it's gonna be like reading a Reddit story or um just doing something random. So reacting to something, a TikTok or whatever, kind of on the spot, um, and just seeing where it goes. I know Reddit is a big thing right now. The Am I the A-hole stories are really big. I see them all over online. So I just picked a random one that was written 4 days ago. I have not read it. I will be reacting on the fly here with Karen, and we'll read it, and then we will make a decision, Karen, on if we think a-hole or not the a-hole. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm scared. Okay.
Okay, so the title is Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he made a very inappropriate comment to my sister? Okay. I'm gonna start by saying I don't think I'm the asshole, but my now ex-boyfriend claims I have been overreacting and exaggerating. I've been dating this guy for 3 years, and I really thought he was the one. But today he made me quickly change my mind. I have a half sister. She's 16, I am 22. We have the same dad and different moms, and we don't look much alike. 2 years ago, my dad developed a severe form of leukemia and he passed away within a couple months. Needless to say, it was the hardest thing my sister and I had to face in life. My sister took it particularly hard. She used to love going to the gym and working out, and she stopped doing so. She also started eating much more junk food and ended up gaining a lot of weight. Today, my boyfriend and I went to my sister's house as her mom had invited all of us for lunch. We were eating homemade pizza, and my sister ended up asking her mom if she could have another slice. That's when my boyfriend said, "Are you sure you want another one while looking like that?" Well, my sister
Yikes.
my sister got up from the table and ran to her room. I was in shock and I wasn't able to tell him anything, nor follow my sister to her room, which I deeply regret. Thankfully, my boyfriend and I don't live together, so before he dropped me off at home, I told him it was over because he can't disrespect my sister like that, especially because he had been there when my dad died and knew how it made both of us feel. I tried to call my sister and she won't answer. I texted her mom to see if she's okay, and she said she's okay and she's not mad at me, but she doesn't want to talk to anyone right now. I'm going to go over to her mom's house after she's done with school tomorrow and bring her some flowers. I know I'm not the one who said anything, but I hope she can forgive me for not stepping up. I was in shock and I hope she understands.
Yikes. Oh, I don't think she is at all.
No, I mean, I can see where some might feel like, oh, it's a little over the top to completely break up with him without at least having a conversation first. I guess you could give some weight to that. Like, okay, well, maybe you should have sat him down and talked to him, been like, what was that? But on the flip side, it's also like your first reaction to my sister, who's very obviously still grieving, is to be like, hey, um, put that slice down and hit the gym.
Man, like I think that yikes. It's just how he could have just kept that to himself. Like
He was
honestly, he
letting
could
the
have kept that
intrusive
to
thoughts
himself.
win.
Or inviting, yeah, like inviting the girlfriend and the sister, like, hey, do you guys want to go take a walk? Like, there's other ways around to be saying something like that. Like, hey, maybe if he goes to the gym, be like, I know it's been hard lately, and grief is a mother trucker. Like, I'm literally there this week. It's crazy, but like, I'll go to the gym with you again sometime when you're ready. I don't know. Like that was a little he
Yeah,
I'm still
it's really a simple case of he could have kept that one to himself. Like you're an idiot for even saying that. Just because
yeah.
anyone with two brain cells to rub together knows that you don't really talk about a woman's weight in general. It's just disrespectful. It's rude. Women go through a lot more when it comes to our bodies than men do typically.
Yeah.
especially with having to, with having children and stuff. I'm not saying that men don't get body shame because they absolutely do. If you don't have like a six pack and aren't 6 feet tall, people like look at you weird. Like I get that there's a double standard for men too, but it's not
Yeah.
nearly to the level it is on women.
No, there's literally so much pressure. Like I just saw something the other day where it was like, I wish that more women could look at taking care of their bodies as in a healthier version. Like, oh, like when we do our self-care and we start working on ourselves, that it's like, I'm doing this for health, not for all the judgments that are out here of a woman's body and how it should look and all those things. Like that it's actually a good thing to work out for various reasons instead of for somebody else's opinion, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you're doing it to be healthy and to live longer and to feel good, not just to hit so I can be a size 0 or so I can look like Ariana Grande or or whatever.
Yes.
I know
Or
she's been taking a lot of flack for how skinny she got during Wicked, but you don't know what people are
yeah.
going through. You just don't. And some people like this sister will overeat, other people will undereat when they're stressed. So you just don't know. And
And
it's the main
yeah,
reason why commenting on someone's body just in general is a bad idea because you just don't know what might be causing the body. It's not like every single person that's fat is just a lazy slob and
yeah,
every single person that's skinny is just starving themselves. Sometimes there's actual medical conditions, there's emotional conditions, like there's things that might be going on
yeah.
and you have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, body shaming in general. I think we talked about that before on Fit Trends. Like we were like, yeah, like body shaming and all the things that like people. But what I was gonna say is this kind of like, how has he been as a boyfriend? Like, so not my first thought, but I was sitting here and I'm like, wait a second. So if he's gonna call out the sister, what's going to happen if the girlfriend gains a little bit of weight or the girlfriend's maybe not in the gym or I don't know, they didn't really talk about her lifestyle, but like
She said she thought he was the one. So, like, if they were to have kids and she gains weight after childbirth, is he going to be that guy that's like, you need to bounce back?
exactly, like if he's going to openly just say what's on his mind to the sister without thinking or having that compassion, how is that going to be for her? So that's why I was like, nah, I don't really think that she was wrong, because if you can come at
Yeah,
my sister.
she probably saved herself a lot of heartache in the future because, like, I'm thinking of it too.
Yeah,
Like, if he's that comfortable, like, you're at somebody else's house, like, they're
yeah,
at the mother's house. The
yeah,
sisters have different moms.
yeah,
So you're at another person's house, someone who isn't even technically related to your
yeah,
significant other, and you're eating their food that they just cooked you, and you have the audacity to think it's okay to comment on like their size or how much they eat
yeah,
in their own home. Like, that's some wild, like, the
yeah.
audacity needs to be studied because, whew.
He's not showing very much compassion. Like, I don't know if he's ever lost anybody. I do think that it affects everybody differently. Um, and I mean, yeah, that was her father. So
And she's what, she's 16, so
she's 16. And at 16, you know how it was at 16 trying to handle things. Man, woo. I think
and they
I'm still
lost the
trying to heal
dad.
from things at 16.
They lost the dad 2 years ago. So at 14, 14's like your freshman year of high school.
Oh, wow.
So you
Yeah.
got to think that's a rough year going into
Yes.
dating and boys and becoming a woman and
Yes.
losing that father figure. That's rough.
Yes, that is. And there could be something else going on. There could be something completely, it couldn't even, maybe it's not, all the sister knows is that it's relative to the father, right? There could be so many other things happening. And 16 is, whew, I mean, 14 is wild. I remember 14 and 16. And yeah, there could be so many other things happening. And maybe she's already getting bullied at school for her weight gain and not being who she used to be, and doing what she used to do. So, yeah, that's rough.
Okay.
I don't think
I
she's
saw
wrong.
the title of this one. We're going to do like two or three of these.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. Brace myself.
I saw the title of this one and it made me think of you because we've had this conversation a couple
Oh, God.
times.
I'm scared.
but it says, "Am I the asshole for saying I don't want to date single moms after my sister's friend cornered me?" So,
Okay.
this was written 5 hours ago, so this is very new.
Okay. Okay.
So, I am a 25 male, 25-year-old male, have been single for 2 years now, and honestly, I'm just enjoying my bachelor life. Before this, I was in a serious relationship, so right now I'm not looking for any commitment. That's understandable.
Mhm.
Um, my sister, who's 28, has a habit of playing matchmaker, and I hate it. Ever since I became single, she keeps aggressively suggesting women from her circle. The problem is, she mostly ignores my preferences and says she knows me better. I prefer someone around my age, natural beauty, conservative, and not a single mom. She usually suggests the opposite, and I shut it down every time. I'm staying at her place for a week now, and last day, and I don't know, he wrote this weird, sorry. And the last day I accidentally walked in. Oh, okay, so he was staying at her house for a week, and on the last day, he accidentally walked into a girls' night that she was hosting. He wrote that really weird, guys. Sorry. So I had to like, what is he saying?
Try to decipher. Okay.
Um, everyone was a bit tipsy. The moment she saw me, she introduced me and told me, or told them, I'm the one she keeps talking about.
Oh gosh.
Then pointed me to one of her friends. We'll call her
Oh,
Kathy. Immediately, everyone started playful banter, saying I'm the perfect match for Kathy, and praising my sister for being a great matchmaker. I was honestly embarrassed and just wanted to disappear. When I tried to leave, they pulled me to sit with them and started asking questions about me. From Kathy's reaction, it seemed like she was interested and eager to talk. The group kept pushing the idea that we were perfect for each other and started planning a date. I told my sister firmly it wasn't the right moment and tried to leave. They stopped me and kept asking why I was leaving and whether I didn't like Kathy. I said it's not that I don't like her, I just don't know her, and it feels weird since she's my sister's friend. They kept pushing and saying Kathy doesn't mind that connection and can handle rejection if I'm not interested.
oh
Fed
my
up,
gosh.
I asked my sister directly whether Kathy matches my preferences. She whispered, almost. They demanded to know my preferences. I as tried avoiding it, but eventually said it. They claimed Kathy matched them and then started questioning my no single moms preference. They kept asking what's wrong with single moms, and finally I said single moms are not worth the baggage they come with, and I don't want to be anyone's savior.
Yeesh.
Whew. The room went completely silent. I felt the awkwardness and left immediately. The next day, my sister confronted me saying I didn't need to be a dick. I told her they kept pushing and I only answered honestly. Turns out Kathy is a single mom and apparently struggling with her dating life, and my comment hit her badly. My sister says she's having this breakdown because of me. I honestly didn't know about her and didn't mean to hurt her. I just stated my preferences after being pushed repeatedly. My brother in law agrees with me, but me how I said it, told me how I said my likes was a bit of a dick move. So, am I the asshole?
So, my immediate thoughts were like, I was with this guy. Like, I was with him. It wasn't the place, it wasn't the time. I
I
was
was
like,
with him till
okay,
his comment.
yes, that's where he lost me too. That's where he lost me too. I do feel like, yeah, he was just like over it. And those are his thoughts and those are his opinions. Did it need to be said like that at that moment? Absolutely not. I think that it's okay. Well, I'm learning too that, boundaries and that's okay. Like you shouldn't push things on people that they've already kind of, you know, that's how he feels. So, but when he said that, yikesies. Um, However, I will say that her having a breakdown over his comment is a little much. Um, it might be having her think about things, but also too, you need to be like, okay, that's fine. There's somebody out there who will want my baggage, quote unquote. But yeah, When he said it the way he said it, how he said it, when he said it, lost
Yeah,
me.
it was what he said.
Yeah.
So I was like you, I was kind of on his side up until that point. Like I
Yeah.
was like, okay, they're being obnoxious. He's told his sister
Yes.
multiple
They were
times,
drunk.
like, I don't
Yeah.
want you to set me up. You don't pick the type of women that I'm into, yada yada
Yes.
yada. Like they're
Yes.
kind of drunk, they're being aggressive, and he kind of
Yes.
snapped. I'm cool, like,
Yes.
okay, like it
Which is kind of a
happens.
red flag too, a little bit.
But
Oh,
it was how he kind of went below the belt. Like they're not
yeah.
worth the baggage.
Yeah.
And the problem with that I have is that you're assuming that they're a single mom because they're a problem. They could
Yeah.
be a single mom because their partner died. They could have been
Yeah.
a victim of abuse. Like things
Yes.
could have happened.
Woo.
There could I mean, are there absolutely problem women out there just like there are problem men? Absolutely. Um And if you don't want to date a single mother because you don't want the responsibility of another person's children or whatever, like those are all valid things. But I think it was the going below the belt and being like, they're all a burden and I don't want to have to be their savior. It's like, dude, maybe they're not asking you to save you. Maybe they just liked you. Like,
Exactly. And not only that, okay, my two thoughts. I gotta write because I know I'm gonna go off sideways. I'm gonna like forget about this, but like, okay, what was it gonna be? The mom life dating. I have to jog my memory back
so
to
I kind of agree with the brother-in-law where he's like, well, you like it wasn't necessarily like what you said wasn't bad, but the way you said it was kind of a dick move. Like,
yeah, so my couple thoughts here. First of all, my first one is this, like it piggies back of what you said, like off of what you said, because when you choose to be a single mother rather than staying in with like the father or in another relationship, and you choose to be a single mom, that's a hard choice to make, first of all, because like I don't, me personally, as a single mom, I didn't ask to be a single mom. Okay. It's not like I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have a baby with somebody and then I'm gonna be a single mom, because it's hard being a single mom, first of all. So to make that choice wasn't an easy choice to make, whatever situation it could have been for her. My second thing is, we're not looking for a savior. We are a woman. We are human. Like we some, I should say some because I'm in a different place right now, crave that interaction. They're still a woman. Like, yes, you're a single mom, but that's not all you are. So yeah, she still wants to date. She still wants to take care of herself. She still is trying to like get her needs taken care of still, whatever that may be, whether it's intimacy or just having a connection or just going on a date. Like I've had this conversation with people recently too. Um, and it is hard to date as a single mom. Um, so he's just okay. I'm just I'm gonna be real. So he's he, what did they say? He was a bachelor, or not a bachelor. What was it? What's the words they used about him in the beginning? 25-year-old male. What was it?
uh,
Um,
what, The Bachelor?
did it say something like that?
Yeah, he said he's living the bachelor life after getting
Bachelor
out of a
life. Okay.
serious relationship.
So okay. So how do I put this? I'm just gonna say in the past. In the past, I was getting to know somebody who doesn't have any kids at all. They're a little bit younger than me. Um, and I mean, he's living his best life. He drives around an Audi, which I don't know if anybody thinks that's a big deal or not, but he works, he makes really good money. Um, no kids, right?
Mhm.
So I was getting a lot of praise from him, like, "Oh, yeah, like, all this for how I was as a mom and all these things." The person ghosted me. So, dating as a single mom is not easy at all, but I definitely think that, like, if you already know the person's a single mom, don't don't try to get to know them then. Like, I don't feel like he was wrong. Like, he's like, this is what I'm saying that I want. Like, I don't think that that part was wrong at all. I do think he was being bantered and whatever the word is, but yeah, like how he said it, all messed up. Um, But dating as a single mom is not easy too, because like I feel like for me as a mother, I don't let just anybody meet my kids. I don't let anybody just, get to know me and like then get to know my kids. Like I don't trust anybody. And I might get called for that one. Like people might come for me. I don't trust people. I don't trust folks. Like, so you have to really earn that to even be around my kids. So I think that she dodged it. Like I think like the other lady that we were talking about, I think that yeah. Go ahead, because if that's how he already feels, um, it ain't gonna work anyways.
Yeah, I
That was a
mean,
lot, but
the verdict was
don't
like
get me started.
the people in the comments, the verdict was not the asshole. Like, yeah, he could have said it better.
Oh,
Um, he could have said it better. He could have went about it better. But at the end of the day, it's kind of the sister and the friends are the jerks because they were really pushing, especially the sister, knowing. It sounds like he's told her multiple times, like, "Can you stop trying to set me up? You're terrible at it." Um,
I don't agree with it.
my advice to this kid at 25 years old is to maybe open your surroundings a little bit. Like I
Yeah,
get that he has a type, he wants certain things, and I'm not saying to go um throw that to the wind. It's okay to have
yeah,
preferences, but like don't be super judgmental off the bat. Like
yeah.
sometimes, going for the person that isn't your usual type ends up being they end up being the one. You just never know. So
So they
maybe
said
keep
he wasn't. I
maybe keep an
mean,
open mind, but they said he wasn't because the sister was so pushy.
yeah, but I
He would
also
have
to me
never said all that had they not been so aggressive. And like
that's true, but that's a little red flaggy to me because you're
yeah,
just gonna pop off like that. Like, no, that's a little aggressive. That's just my opinion, you
I feel
know?
like uh, I feel like he went a little over the top for the situation, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think he was
definitely.
the a-hole up until the point of what he said. I think just he went a little below the belt, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you feel that way, that's fine. Like, you're allowed and that's okay. But yeah, it hurt somebody's feelings, it hurt her feelings. And it is, it's hard. Oh, it's hard out here. How'd that song go? You probably we're a little bit of an age gap, but it's hard out here for a pimp. No, but I don't know. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. And she's got to. I think there's some healing she needs to do too, if we're being real, because the fact that her sister or his sister was like, she's so broken up about it. What? Over what he said, and there's baggage. Like,
Yeah, the breakdown part, you're definitely not the a-hole for
no,
sure, because the breakdown
no,
sounds like she's already struggling with being a single mother, and you just
yeah,
kind of I think you confirmed her worst fears is that the judgment
yeah,
that she's going to get on it, she really is going to get on it, and that's just a reality of the situation. You're gonna be judged for things, people are gonna have their opinions, and
yeah.
you just hang out and surround yourself with the people who don't judge you, and
Yeah,
that's
he
just
ain't the
what it
one.
is.
He ain't the one. So if you're watching Sister's Friend, he's not the one. Don't beat yourself up. Like it's he just wasn't it. He wasn't it. That's all I have to say. Poor girl. Oh man. And she's what, 25? No, he's 25. She's 28. Yeah. No. And maybe work on that. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do one more.
Oh boy.
Ooh. This one's interesting because I know you have a side house that your daughter lives in. So this is, am I the asshole for refusing to pay rent to my in-laws?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, for context, I live with my husband and kids in a camper on my in-laws' rental property. They asked us to move here to help take care of my mother-in-law when my father-in-law is on the road. He's a truck driver. When we first moved here, mother in law and I sat down and discussed bills. At this time, we were fully sharing the building they live in. Our food was kept in there, we cooked meals in there, watched TV in there, etc. We agreed that the bills would include rent, electric, water, and sewer, propane, internet, maid, and garbage. They have a maid?
What? Is that what that's
Um,
supposed to say?
6 months after being here, they told us they no longer wanted us to share the house. While irritating, we understood their need for space and peace and made accommodations to be able to fully live inside the camper. At this time, I asked to renegotiate the bills. I didn't feel we should continue to pay for propane we didn't use, internet they locked and didn't allow us to use, and the maid that cleaned only their house. They refused. Said they thought it was more than fair because we wouldn't find rent cheaper elsewhere and refused to discuss it further. To keep the peace for the next year, I kept paying the original amount, all while continuing to bring up how I felt it was unfair and we really needed to sit down and talk about it. October of last year, I sent them a message saying I'd no longer be paying for those three things and that I was going to subtract $300 from the rent to accommodate. Furthermore, I explained I would be doing this retroactively and be considering the extra 300 each month I already paid as rent paid forward. This would pay me in full through February of this year. I also let them know we'd be leaving in March. They again told me they didn't feel that that was okay and wanted me to pay them the full amount. I haven't, and I don't think it's fair that I should. Since then, in the last few weeks, they have called child services 5 times to report things like they don't put their
What?
laundry away right after doing it. They leave uh they leave in their car multiple times a day. They allow their children to watch TV. They've also turned off our electricity to our outside facilities and told my kids they will be dismantling their bikes and throwing them away. They didn't actually throw away Christmas presents of the kids and have told them that they're nothing but a bunch of liars. We are leaving soon and there will be absolutely zero contact when we're gone, but ultimately, I don't feel I'm wrong. It's also important to say I bought all groceries and animal food for the first 6 months without asking for reimbursement and worked in their company for free to help them out. So, am I the asshole?
Holy moly. Okay, so oh, now my brain went all the other places because at first I was like, what is she cutting off? The maid and what else that she said she's not paying for anymore?
She said she wasn't gonna pay for the maid anymore because the maid only cleans their house. She
Okay.
wasn't gonna pay for the internet because they locked the internet,
Okay.
and she wasn't going to pay for the propane anymore because they weren't using the propane.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's just. I feel like the maid isn't cleaning anything to do with them. Is cleaning the house that other people live in. The internet, if you're gonna cut it off, I probably wouldn't pay for it either because we ain't even using it. And same with the propane. Um, I feel like that's a very hostile situation, a very toxic situation at that too. Like, what in the actual? I feel like because she started not doing what they wanted her to do, they started being petty. Just
Yes, turning off their stuff in the middle of the night.
yes.
So the part that irritates me, and I'm gonna say not the asshole on this one, purely
Yeah.
because, like, at first I was like, I kind of wasn't okay with the retroactive thing. I was like, okay, like if you're pissed about it, but you were still paying it, you were still paying it. If you want to
Mhm.
say, like, okay, from this point on, I'm not paying it, then that's one thing. But
Yeah.
like to completely cut off the funds, I think is kind of can be kind of petty because like if they're accustomed to having a certain amount of money from you, like and you completely cut it off, that can screw people over. And I just feel like that's fighting bad energy with more bad energy type thing. You know what I mean? Um, but if you wanted to say from this point forward, we're only paying this much and then we're leaving in March, that would be one thing. I thought the back paying for the last year that you felt you were overpaying was kind of silly. But nonetheless, what got me was when the parents started calling CPS randomly because that irritates me to no extent simply because there are so many kids out there that truly are in bad situations and when you're
Yes.
wasting
Yes.
CPS time
Yes.
because you're mad at somebody, it is
Yes.
so egregiously wrong and you should be in jail
Yes.
for it. Like,
Yes. I definitely agree with you. Absolutely. And those are their grandkids?
yeah, it's the in-laws.
So, ew. Unless they were really actually being abused, like, but just because you're mad at the parents, like, this is outrageous. Um,
Now, like with everything, it's always like, there's 3 sides to a story, his side, her side, and the truth. So we don't know, grandma and grandpa might have a different story here, but if we're taking the OP at face value, then no, you're not the
yikes.
you're not the asshole. I would definitely cut contact and get out of
And was
there.
there, like, an agreement? Like, okay, did they have a written agreement? So, I feel like
It
if
sounds
they
like it was
did,
all a verbal agreement from the start.
yeah. So, sadly, when you're mixing business and family, like, a written agreement, and then they could have even did some legal, my legal friend here. Don't you think there's, like, a legal aspect that could have been taking place here?
Oh, absolutely. She could have absolutely filed some kind of thing with the court, especially maybe like a harassment claim or something, just to get them to stop. The judge could do an injunction or whatever to get them to stop
Yeah.
turning off the power or whatever, because especially because there's children there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But they would have to go through the eviction proceeding, because like if they're getting any kind of mail there, you can't just kick them out if they don't pay or whatever. They'd have to actually evict them. Um,
Yeah.
and she could probably file a complaint for her falsely calling CPS all the time, because as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that's a crime, because like I know, like if you call 911 to report something false, you can get jail time. So I'm sure it's
Right.
the same with other government agencies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. Like, the whole situation's wild. But yeah, mm-mm. No, she was not. I agree with, like, they said she wasn't, right?
Um yeah, verdict not the asshole.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. Absolutely. Absolutely. If, her side is legit.
Yeah. You never know with Reddit, like, it can be very one-sided sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, but let us know what you guys think in the
Yes.
comments, like, of each of these 3 stories, if you thought we got it right, on our verdict, and if you guys would like us to continue to do these. We're gonna do Reddits, we're gonna do, a few TikToks and stuff like that, like, just on the fly reactions and see where it goes. And then we'll do our normal podcast episodes too about topics. But I just thought this would be a fun thing for us to throw in from time to time. Um, make it a little spicy. And
Yeah.
some of these are kind of spicy.
Yeah, it sure did get a little hot.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to, as always, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Bye.